Okay, so before this video starts, I realized while I was going through my makeup that I actually left out a few things from this video. I completely forgot that I had these, but they are definitely part of my Colourpop collection, and I forgot to mention them in the video, so I figured I'd just throw in a little clip to show you that I do have them. These are 3 of their ultra glossy lips, and they are like the little mini size, which is probably how I forgot about them because they were just mixed into my collection. But I have this shade in Tokyo Tea, which is a really pretty color. That's what that one looks like. It is very pretty, very bright. This one in Piranha, which I love the color of it and I wish that I could pull it off a bit better, but it's so light and milky that I feel like on my skin tone it doesn't really work that well. You can barely see it there, but on my lips it just, I don't know, light shades like that kind of make me look weird. And then we have Finders Keepers, which is my favorite of the bunch. It's definitely a color that I see myself wearing all the time. That's what that one looks like. So Tokyo Tea is the most pigmented, but they're all 3 very pretty. These aren't like my favorite lip glosses ever. I can't see myself ever buying one unless I was super in love with the color or something, but I just don't think that it's really worth it. I think there are better things to get from Colourpop and better lip glosses at the drugstore or whatever. So not my absolute favorite, but I do have them and I really like 2 of the colors at least. I might end up decluttering this one someday, but I do plan on doing a decluttering series thing on my channel at some point, so I'll save it for that. So anyway, that's it, and I'm going to go ahead and get on into the rest of the video. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you my Colourpop collection, and I absolutely love collection videos, so I definitely wanted to do this, and I think I brought it up in a video and I got a comment saying that I should do it, so I was like, yes, I'm going to do that. So I have them all in this bag, and there's a lot. Probably, I mean, definitely not as much as some people on YouTube, but for me it's quite a bit because I do have a smaller collection. It's probably honestly one of the brands that I have the most of in my collection. Maybe e.l.f. might beat it because I do have a lot of e.l.f. products, so if you want to see an e.l.f. collection, leave me a comment down below and let me know. But Colourpop would be a close second, and I absolutely love Colourpop. It is an online makeup brand, in case you didn't know, and they have a lot of really cool products. Their eyeshadows are my favorite. Their shimmery eyeshadows are the best that you can get, in my opinion. I think they're so pigmented and amazing, and you do have to use them with your finger. It's kind of like a cream formula, but not exactly. But you do have to use it with your finger, and they're best applied all over the lid and not in the crease or used for blending. So with that being said, if you use it the correct way, then I think you can get amazing results. Also, I talk with my hands a lot and it's really weird. I should stop. So I'll start with these 2 things. I only have one of each of them, but I absolutely love both of these products, so I'll definitely be getting more in the future. I just don't have any money right now. But this is the Colourpop highlighter in Wisp. It is a gorgeous highlighter, and it was like on sale or something. It's this really pretty goldy kind of champagne shade. Here is it swatched. It's really pretty. Again, a cream formula, so you want to use either your fingers or a stippling brush, but I've applied this over foundation and it still looks beautiful, and it doesn't seem to break up the foundation because it's not super liquidy or anything. It looks really amazing no matter what way you use it. I just think that it works best using your fingers or a stippling brush. The next thing I have is this Colourpop Lippie pencil in Lumiere. This is probably my favorite lip liner, and that's simply for the formula because I absolutely love it. The color is beautiful too, but the formula is amazing. It's really soft and creamy, but it doesn't bleed or anything. It keeps everything inside the lip lines, and I absolutely love it. So I highly recommend their Lippie pencils, and I definitely want more. There is the color swatched, and I'll just show you. Like, it is very creamy, very nice. I mean, I barely pressed on that. By the way, everything on their website is super affordable. I think this is $5 and this is around $8. So now I have quite a few of their liquid lipsticks. They have a few different formulas of these. I have the Ultra Matte Lips and the Ultra Satin Lips. I don't have them like separated, so I'm just gonna kind of go through them. The writing has kind of rubbed off, but I do remember which ones are Ultra Matte and which ones are Ultra Satin. I tried the Ultra Matte first, and at first when I tried it, I really liked it because it stayed on all day long, and until I ate like corn on the cob or something, which you should never eat with any kind of like dark lipstick, because that was a mistake and I had to like emergency take it off. But until that point I had it on for a really long time and it stayed. However, with like testing it out more and wearing it more and stuff, they're so drying that they just, ooh, they suck out the life of your lips. And that doesn't bother me so much because I love liquid lipsticks and I don't care if it feels drying. I don't really care even if it looks, you know, kind of dry. Like, that's fine. That's like my aesthetic. I like that. But what I don't like is crumbling. Dry and crumbling are two different things, and crumbling is no. Not happening. So that is what I don't like. The Ultra Matte ones crumble really bad when you've had them on for a really long time. Plus, the one problem that I've had with them in particular is that the color it shows in the tube, and the color on most people's lips, but not mine for some reason, and not my hands or anything either, like swatching them, it comes out so much darker than it is in the tube. And I understand with liquid formulas that the color could change a little bit once you actually apply it. That's fine, but they come out so much darker. So it's crazy. I'll try to show you what I mean. It's definitely a lot more noticeable on my lips than it is on my hand, but you can still kind of tell that it's darker, so it's just weird. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the Ultra Mattes. However, I am a huge fan of the Ultra Satin Lips. They feel so comfortable, and yet they last all day, and they do end up looking more matte. They're very comfortable, and if you are somebody who likes the idea of a liquid lipstick but can't deal with the dryness, then these are going to be amazing for you. These are also $5, so they're really inexpensive. I do really love that they stay on all day. That's definitely something that I look for in a liquid lipstick, because that's kind of the appeal of them, and that they're really comfortable. They do transfer and the Ultra Mattes don't. This one is doing a weird thing on the side. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like breaking up inside of the tube. That's really weird. Like, is that a cause for concern, or is it fine? Like, I don't know. Is it dried out? Like, it doesn't seem dried out. It's so weird. Let me know if you know why that would happen, and if I should be concerned about that. This one stood out to me because of that, so I guess I'll start with this one. This is the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Magic Wand. Right there is the color. So another one that's kind of doing some funky things inside the bottle, and this one is an Ultra Matte Lip. This is in Lumiere 2, and I just want to show you. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you definitely can. It's totally like separating here, and it keeps doing that no matter how many times I like swish it around. Like, it'll just do that while it's laying down. None of the other ones have done that specifically, so it's just kind of weird, and I don't know, again, if it's cause for concern. You know, there's also kind of this discoloration at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but it does look almost kind of grayish, and I don't know if it's mold or something. I'm just scared. I want to be extra cautious with what I'm putting on my mouth, because you do end up eating that sometimes, you know, it gets in your mouth and you swallow it. I don't want to be swallowing mold. So definitely let me know if that is cause for concern, if you know anything about that. But yeah, this is the Ultra Matte formula, and I'll go ahead and show you what I mean with it, kind of applying darker. At least to me it looks darker. That is that one. Like, I don't know. It doesn't look that much darker, but maybe it's like my lips and how they kind of change the color. Like maybe I just have really pigmented lips but it doesn't really affect any other lipstick or liquid lipstick that I have. So it's just kind of weird. Okay, I guess we're just going back and forth. This is another Ultra Satin lip, and this one is in Alyssa. This one is my favorite. So right there is Alyssa. Another Ultra Matte. This one is in Clueless. This is my favorite of the Ultra Mattes that I've tried. This one right here is Clueless. Maybe it's as it dries down, they kind of get darker. Wait, I'm gonna test it out. I wanna see. You see, like, it's a tad bit lighter. Then I have this Ultra Satin lip in Little-Stitious, which is just a nice, like, nude shade, everyday kind of a thing. That's Little-Stitious. I really like that one. Then the last liquid lipstick I have from them is Bad Habit, and it is an Ultra Matte. That one is Bad Habit. So then I have 4 of their Lippie sticks. 3 of them are their matte formula, and 1 is Matte X. So I guess you can tell the finish that I like. I have Lumiere, which I have in a liquid lipstick, and the lip pencil. So I do really like this color, and Kathleen Lights created it, and I love her to death. Okay, so I swatched that there for some reason. It's kind of weird. I think I'm going to go over to this side after this, but that is Lumiere. And you can see there's definitely a huge difference between Lumiere and Lumiere 2, which is why they're not named the same thing. They definitely have a different formula and therefore a different shade. Then I have LBB, which is this beautiful, deep, like aubergine shade. I don't know how to say that, so I don't know why I described it that way. Okay, that's a pretty bad swatch because I swatched it over a really awkward area, but that is what that shade looks like. It is kind of similar to Bad Habit over here, but I love it. It's a beautiful shade, and I really like the Lippie Sticks formula, especially the Matte X ones, but the ones that I've showed you so far are both matte, and it's still a really good formula. Their Lippie Sticks are $5 a piece, I believe, and they do smell like this really nice vanilla smell. Okay, so then I have Contempo, which is another matte shade, and it does kind of look similar to Lumiere, to be honest. Let me just swatch it beside that. I bought these at the same time, but I don't think I realized that. Really awkward swatch. But that is Lumiere, that is Contempo. So they are a bit different, but yeah, it's just, they're quite similar, so it's kind of funny that I bought those at the same time. It's hard to tell on the website, so definitely look up swatches and stuff. Hopefully this video helps you out with that. And then I have Cami, which is a Matte X formula, and I love this. Like, oh my gosh. I have to show you guys this gliding on because it is like the smoothest thing ever. Let me see if I can do this. It might look horrible because I'm not very good at doing this, but that is what one swipe looks like. Barely even touching it to the skin. Like seriously, I can just like barely touch it. Amazing pigmentation. And when I first got this out and swatched it, I was just like my jaw dropped. It was amazing. So I definitely really love the Matte X formula. So now the rest is eyeshadows, and I have a teeny obsession with their eyeshadows. Quite a big obsession actually. They're my favorite formula of eyeshadows ever. I need to wash off these swatches real quick before I get into these because I'm gonna have to swatch all of these and there's a lot of them. Okay, so I just finished scrubbing my hand and it still looks like I have some kind of strange disease. I don't know if you can tell, but the swatches have definitely not gone away and it looks like I have a crazy rash on this whole side of my hand. So we're gonna switch over to my wrist so that you can see the colors more true to color and not tainted by the previous swatches. I guess I'll start with this one because it is in special packaging. This is a limited edition shade, so I don't think you can get it anymore, but I don't know if they bring it back out at their birthday or if this was just a one-time thing, but it was for their like anniversary birthday thing. It is called Birthday Boy, and it is an absolutely, I can't speak. It's an absolutely beautiful shadow. If I can get it open, that's the one thing. Like, they don't give you much to hold on to when you're getting these open. So if you've never tried Colourpop, their formula is kind of like this bouncy sort of cushion thing. It's almost like a cream, but it's not really. but you do treat it like a cream formula, so it's interesting, and I don't know. It's weird. You have to feel it for yourself for sure. But their eyeshadows are $5 a piece, and this one is Birthday Boy. Unfortunately, you can't get it anymore. It is a really pretty shade. Horrible swatch, but a pretty shade nonetheless. Another limited edition one that I am almost done with. This is called Puppy Love, and it was to support no-kill shelters, I think. Anyway, it went to a good cause. 100% of the proceeds went to that. So it was a really amazing cause, and they did bring it back this year. I bought it the previous year. So maybe they will bring it back in the future. That is it. I don't know if you can see because it is such a light shade, and my skin is also very light. That's about as good as I can do, but it's a really pretty light pink with kind of gold reflex to it, so I do really like it, and if they bring it back out, then I definitely recommend you guys going to get it. But the rest of these, I believe, are still around. Not 100% sure because Colourpop is kind of always changing what they have in stock, but as far as I know, they are, and I will try to have everything linked in the description below. By the way, Birthday Boy is in a metallic finish, and Puppy Love is in a pearlized finish. This one is called Central Perk, so I did partially buy this because of the name, because Friends is like one of my all-time favorite TV shows, and I also really liked the color of it, and it is one that I would use a lot were it in a powder formula that I liked more for blending, because I definitely would use this in the outer corner of the eye a lot, or like underneath. Don't do that, by the way, with these. I don't know, some people do and it works out fine for them, but for me, I did that once with this one, and like the next day I had taken all of my makeup off that night, but the next day I woke up and like the inner corner of my eye was red, and so I was like, what the heck is that? It took me forever. I thought I was like bleeding out of my eyes, and I was like, that's not good. That's like a really bad thing that should not be happening. But then I remembered that I wore this on the lower lash line, and I was like, oh my god, that's what it is. It's this freaking eyeshadow in my eye. So I don't know. Maybe don't do that, because I don't feel like that's really good for your eyes. The matte formula definitely feels a bit different. I don't know, it feels a bit thicker. That is it right there. It does have good pigmentation, but you go to blend it out, it just doesn't really work all that well. So I personally would not recommend the matte formula. So then I have Girly, which is in a pearlized finish. And it's this really nice vanilla shade with a bit of like pink, not really duochrome, but I guess more of a reflect. So that is it right there. Again, not really sure if you can see that, but I do really like this shade. I just feel like their lighter shadows look really nice all over the lid as a one shadow look, and it's super easy, and I love doing that. I also love doing that with another one in here, if I can find it real quick. The shade Eye Candy, and this is a metallic finish, so that is that one right there. I definitely recommend the metallic formula the most, or the ultra metallic if you're looking for ultra metallic. But the metallic ones are really nice and really shimmery and pretty, but I think all except for the matte are really good. So next, one of the first shadows that I purchased from them is called Get Lucky, and it is an ultra metallic formula, and I absolutely love gold eyeshadow. That is like my ultimate weakness. I wear gold eyeshadow all the time. And this one is like the perfect light gold without like a bunch of yellow in it. It's just, for me, this is the perfect gold eyeshadow. And especially when you see how freaking metallic and amazing it is. Can we see that? Like that's absolutely crazy. I'll show you me swatching it just so that you believe me. That is how it turns out on my finger, and that is how it turns out in the swatch. And you basically use your finger to put it all over the lid, so it turns out basically exactly like that on the lid. So for me, that is the perfect eye look. I mean, some days you might not want that super metallic look, but I definitely really love that look. And when I want that I go for this for sure. Another one that gives me that same look is called Telepathy, and it's an ultra metallic as well. It is this chartreuse kind of a shade. I love it. I think it's so unique. It's just insanely pigmented. Oh my god. Like, I could honestly stare at that all day. It's so beautiful. So that one is probably my favorite Colourpop eyeshadow of all time. Definitely one that I wear a ton because I think it's so unique and so stunningly beautiful and pigmented and metallic as hell. Another one in the kind of gold family, this is Sequin, and it is a metallic shade. This one is another of my favorites. I mean, I have a lot of favorites, and if you can't tell, I really, really love Colourpop eyeshadows especially, but that is what it looks like. It's a beautiful rose gold with a lot of shimmer, and that's pigmented too. That is crazy pigmented. Then we have Game Face, which is another insane one. It is a beautiful copper shade, and it is in an ultra metallic formula, so of course it's going to be insane. There is that one. Oh my god. It's just, I can't. I mean, it's so pretty. This one is another one of like my top absolute favorites. Like, it's probably a very, very close second with Telepathy, the chartreuse shade that I showed you. This one is called So Quiche, and it is a metallic formula, and I can't even describe this color. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like a taupe, but then you shine it in the light and it turns kind of this gold color. It has like a duochrome to it, and then it has purple glitter, so it just has all these different shifts, and it's so amazing. It's definitely one that is more like for a dramatic look, but if you want the most amazing glittery, like duochrome-y smoky eye, this is definitely your shade. It doesn't really pick up on camera because duochromes don't really pick up on camera that well, but I really wish that you could see it in person and see how it reacts to the light, because it's just, I can't explain it, but it is a beautiful shade, and I definitely recommend that one out of any of them. I think if you're going to only try one Colourpop shadow, make it So Quiche, because it's just amazing. It'll blow your mind. So then we have Cricket, which is kind of the more toned down version of it, I think. I do think they're very similar colors, but it's just without all of the duochrome and the reflex and all of that. So if you like the shade but you don't like duochrome, I guess you could go for this one. It is a little bit different, but they're pretty similar. This one is kind of a taupey purple shade, and it is really pretty. Then I also have Hammered, which is a really beautiful olive green shade. I love wearing this one all over the lid with Telepathy packed right in the center. That right there is Hammered. Next I have Coconut, which is definitely something that I would not normally pick out, but it's so vibrant and so pretty that I just like had to get it, and I have actually used it like more than I thought I would because I don't really go for blue eyeshadow. But this one is insanely pigmented and totally beautiful. I'll show you, like, oh, it's so pretty. I don't think I said what finish this was in, but this is a pearlized finish. If you only wanted to have one blue shadow in your collection, that would be a really good one to have. So then I have Bay, which is a metallic finish and another duochrome. It is a blue that kind of shifts to a purple. It looks very blue in the pan, but when you actually swatch it, it kind of comes off more purple. That is Bay, and you can see that it looks a lot more blue in the pan than it comes off. So when you kind of like move it around and see it in different light, it can be either blue or purple. Okay, so that is it for my Colourpop collection. If you want, real quick, I will try and give you kind of an overview of it. They're just all laid out on my vanity now, so figure I might as well show you. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Hold on. So this is my entire Colourpop collection all laid out. That is all of these shadows and every single lip shade that I have, all up close. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see any other collections. Like I said, I do have a lot of e.l.f. stuff, so I could show you that. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see, and any other ideas for videos are always welcome, and I definitely really appreciate your guys' input and support on my channel and everything. I love doing YouTube, and I am always grateful for anybody who takes the time to watch my videos and comment and like, subscribe, whatever, any of that. So thank you guys so much for being here. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to my channel down below, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye guys!